Hollywood Brown just tweeted a cryptic message, and we're going to talk about new Chiefs wide receiver Tyquan Thornton. Welcome back, everybody, to the KC Sports Report. I'm your host, Michael Darcy, coming at you for the second time today. And like I just said, Hollywood Brown just tweeted a cryptic message on Twitter. He actually tweeted a clock emoji. And the only reason that I'm talking about this is because I think that this clock emoji is in reference to Hollywood Brown's return. I'm not really in the game of going over players' Twitter accounts and talking about what they're saying, but I do think that this tweet means something. I don't think he's trolling. I don't think that he's just trying to farm engagement. I do think that this clock emoji is in reference to his return, because we've been hearing for the past, I want to say 2-3 weeks, that Hollywood Brown is close to returning to this team. The timeline of him coming back in mid-December has been accurate. And so I think that we're going to see him return to practice in the coming weeks, because he's been in the facility each and every single day getting treatment for that shoulder. And I think that we're probably 2 weeks away from him returning to practice. And we're already in mid-November, and I think the timeline for him to return is probably going to be mid to late December. And so we are a month away from seeing Hollywood Brown in this offense, which is a massive thing, and I'm super excited to see what he's going to bring to the offense, because clearly we're having some wide receiver troubles. And if we didn't have those wide receiver troubles, the Chiefs wouldn't have gone out and signed Tyquan Thornton. Tyquan Thornton is a former Patriots wide receiver. He was selected in the second round in the same draft class as Sky Moore, and they've both kind of had the same NFL career. They've both been, widely considered as busts. And so I do think that the reason the Chiefs brought in Thornton is because they think they can capitalize on some of that speed. He ran an unofficial 4.21 at the combine. He can absolutely fly, but the issue is he can't catch the football. He might be one of the worst receivers in the game. He's got bricks for hands. And so maybe the Chiefs thought by signing him to a practice squad deal that they could try to find some way for him to contribute in this offense, because even so far in 2024, he has 4 catches for 47 yards. He doesn't have any touchdowns, and he's only averaging 11.8 yards per catch. But I do think, that's more than Sky Moore. Mike Caliendo on the Chiefs offensive line has more catches and yards than Sky Moore does this season. And so finding someone to replace the production of Sky Moore wasn't going to be that hard. But Tyquan Thornton has issues catching the football. He has issues running the correct routes. And I'm not sure if that is the right guy for this offense, especially at this point in time. We have enough issues going on. We don't need to add someone that is going to hurt this offense. If you can't catch the football, if you are going to be a liability out there, what's the point of even giving you this spot? And so I think that that's why Brett Veach thought a practice squad deal would be best. The Chiefs could either elevate him from the practice squad this season and let him get some game reps, or they could wait. They might wait until next season to see what they have in Tyquan Thornton. But I do think that this move is probably not going to amount to much. I know that might be a hot take. I don't think that you're going to get anything special with Tyquan Thornton. It might be a worse Kadarius Toney. I think that, is putting it lightly. But Tyquan Thornton has had so many drop issues that I'm kind of surprised the Chiefs are even, seeing what he has in the tank, because he just hasn't been a very good wide receiver in the NFL. Now, I will say he was playing in New England, and New England is a dumpster fire right now. So maybe it makes sense. And maybe I can see why the Chiefs think that in their offense, with a change of scenery, Tyquan Thornton could be something special. I just don't think he's going to be that guy. So it's a very low risk, but has the potential to be a medium to high reward. It's a nothing move. They didn't give up anything. They just signed him to the practice squad. And with all of the wide receiver issues, I can see why Tyquan Thornton is an interesting candidate. But is he going to be the solution? No, he's not the solution. Hollywood Brown is the solution, and he is waiting to come back. I think it's going to be a month, maybe 3 or 4 weeks tops, before we see Hollywood Brown return to this team and return practicing. And that is a huge thing for this offense, a big thing for Patrick Mahomes, and nobody else in the NFL has any tape on Hollywood Brown. They have no idea how Andy Reid is going to utilize him. They have no idea, what kind of an impact he can make on the offense, how he can stretch the field, and you would be adding him to a wide receiver group that has DeAndre Hopkins, that has Xavier Worthy. You are assembling a very fast wide receiver room, especially with new acquisition Tyquan Thornton. Tyquan Thornton can fly. He might not be able to catch, but you are assembling a bunch of guys that have incredible speed. And I actually made a joke the other day that with Xavier Worthy and Tyquan Thornton being members of this team, it's almost like the Chiefs are assembling the Avengers of really fast wide receivers that can't catch the football. But we'll wait and see what Xavier Worthy does as the season goes on. But I do think that Tyquan Thornton is an intriguing candidate. I don't expect him to do much, but we don't really need to rely on him to do much. And if he could have a couple catches for, 40 or 50 yards, that's more production than Sky Moore. I don't think we see Sky Moore the rest of the season, and I think that that's probably for the best. Sky Moore returning to this team would do more harm than good, and that's kind of the same boat I'm in with Tyquan Thornton. I don't know how much he's going to help this team, but the important thing is that he doesn't hurt the team. The Chiefs can, figure out if he's going to be anything for the future over the next couple weeks and maybe over the offseason, but I do think that they cannot just throw him out there and expect for him to be a consistent wide receiver in this offense when he hasn't done it anywhere else. He was not good in New England, and I don't think that much is going to change in Kansas City. But Chiefs Kingdom, I want to hear what you guys have to say down in the comments below. What do you think about Tyquan Thornton? What do you think about the news that Hollywood Brown may be returning soon? Again, he tweeted out a clock emoji on Twitter. I do think that Hollywood Brown is much closer to returning to practice than a lot of people think. That timeline has him around mid-December. Again, we're already halfway through November, so we are going to see him potentially come back here very soon. But Chiefs Kingdom, that is all I have for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button and subscribe for more of the best Chiefs content on YouTube. I've been pushing stuff out each and every single day, just like today, sometimes multiple times a day. And so the best thing you guys can do to support me and this channel is hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel, and sharing this video so more Chiefs fans can find it. Also, I want to give a huge shout out to the Hollywood Casino at Kansas Speedway and the Rice Real Estate Group for sponsoring this video. You can find the links to their websites and how to, play some of the best bets that you're going to find anywhere around and get some of the best real estate listings that you're going to find around. All of that information will be in the description below. But as for me, guys, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. At KC_Sports Report on Instagram, at KC Sports Report, and at The Michael Darcy on Twitter. Until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and as always, go Chiefs.